Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Stellaris Custom Leviathans modding tutorial series. In this episode, we're going to finish off some event modding. We're going to use an on action for when the Leviathan is disabled. I'm going to show you guys how to make your own special project, and we're going to do all the relevant events that should help finish up core functionality. So before we get into the on actions and events, there are a couple things that need to happen. One, we need to make some modifications to our custom Leviathan ship sizes and custom Leviathan solar systems. And these are very simple. So in your custom ship size, all you need to add is can disable yes and flip control on disable no. So on disable just means that at a certain percentage of its health, the ship stops being a valid target and can't move, can't fire back, and can't be targeted. Flip on disable no. So like this is the functionality that allows like star bases to switch hands if you're in a total war. So we want to have that option through an event. And then in our custom Leviathan solar system under the create fleet, create ship, we need to open up a new bracket for effect, set disable at health, and I've set it to a very low percentage, and then save the global event target as Rogue Fallen Ship ET. And I have just moved that from down here to up here, just to make sure that everything works fine. Oh, and also make sure that you set the ship flag to something. I like to save it as the same as the event target. So here we are in the workspace. We're just in our events folder, and this is the event that triggers when we first enter the system. We made this, I think, in the first episode, but we have two new events here. The first event is a hidden event, and the second one is more of a just a public event. Is a visible event. This will show whenever we defeat the Leviathans. So why do we do this? Well, this on ship disabled checks to make sure that there's a few things that are right. So we just have ship event, because this is scoped to ships. ID, custom Leviathans 1, hide window yes, and is triggered only yes. So the trigger is just a line of code. It's kind of like a true-false statement that checks whether or not everything in this is true for the event to trigger. So in this, there's two scopes. So in the on-ship disabled on actions, there is this and from, which are just the two ships. There's this as a scope is the disabled ship, and this is just checking to make sure that, in this case, our custom Leviathan has the ship flag Rogue Fallen Ship ET. I don't know why I did Rogue Fallen Ship ET, but it is what it is. Oh, event target, that's what it was, but I just named it the same. And then from is the ship that does the disable, so that makes the shot that puts it below the certain percent that disables it. And then we need from.owner. This scopes it up to the owner of the country and makes sure that it is a default country. So it makes sure that we are a default country. So this won't, so if a fallen empire makes the final attack, it won't trigger this next event. And then in immediate, we need to do a from.owner. So this is us again, country event, and this will trigger a country event, which brings us to our next event, which is custom Leviathans.2. This is the visible event, and it has a title, or has an ID, a title and description, and is triggered only yes. And I've added some text, but basically all this does is hit an effect at the event target, which is Rogue Fallen Ship ET. We will enable a special project. So with those two out of the way, all we need to do is put custom Leviathans 1 into our on-ship disabled on action and save everything. So I did actually go over special projects in another video in the Advanced Solar System Modding tutorial series. This special project is a little bit different, but I'm still going to go over all the basics in case you haven't seen that one. So, under Common, Special Projects, and your file, you'll open up a special project key, and this will be a localization key and the code name for the special project. And then there's two ways you can determine like how long this project is going to take. You can either do cost and add a resource amount, which is mutually exclusive from days. For right now, I just have it set to 360 days, but let's just, for research, for just showing off this mod, we'll just drop it down to 10. And these two are mutually exclusive, so you can't have cost and days to research, because, well, you're producing resources at a certain rate and that'll tick up. But for right now, we'll just do days to research 10. Tech department, this would just tie in with the cost picture, and you can use any event picture for this special project. And this is what's a little bit different, is the scope. So there's 3 different kinds of special projects. There's ship event, country event, and planet event. And ship events are tied to any of the ship game objects. Planets are tied to any planets, and countries don't really have a set place in game, in the game space, but are more tied just to your country. Requirements, what is required to progress this project, we're just going to have a construction ship. You can have abort triggers, which would make this support this project. Right now, for simplicity, we're going to have nothing. And on success, this is where things are a little bit different. So on success, we need to open up owner. And since this special project is scoped to a ship, we have to tell the game that we want a event to be triggered from the ship's owner. So, or the project's owner, excuse me. So we have to do owner, country event, and custom Leviathans 3. And if we go to our events, we're just keeping it very simple here. So I have ID, a title, and the descriptor is triggered only yes. In the immediate event target, rogue fallen ship, I'm going to destroy the ship, create an explosion, and create an ambient object. So these are just defined in game. I might do a video on exploring those a little bit later, but they're, I think they're found in common. Let's do that real quick. Let's see, Stellaris, common, ambient objects, and then you can go through and just pick any of these objects that you want to be created. I'm just going to do an explosion in a debris field, as well as destroying the ship. And then the option at the end will just add some resources. Let's do, no, I think we're good. And we'll expand more upon this in the next tutorial. For right now, it's just very basic to get all the core elements in. And that should be all the functionality. And with a quick update to localization, we should be ready to test this in game. There is the ship event. What is... Okay, that's a weird visual bug. That's pretty looking. Not sure what's going on here. It's probably just a graphical bug or something. I will have to look deeper into that. And here's our event. Oh, forgot to put a picture, but that's okay.
Our situation log is updated.
Special project.
Our special project is complete.
And there is the last event. And the event fires, makes a debris field, and destroys the ship, and that was a weird little glitch, but... And that is all the coding you need for a disable on action. I think I'll probably make another Leviathan and just show you how to do on-ship destroyed. It's kind of the same process, but I plan to add more Leviathans to this mod. For now, though, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you later.